I just want to say one thing, Joaquin, that's on my mind, and this doesn't apply to the companies that are obviously attending at this moment, but I think every company likes to say they're customer obsessed. It's just table stakes. They all say it. But if you look at the reality of the way they approach the customer, and let's just call it from a sales and marketing standpoint in this context, right? They're not. They're not. Most actually hedge and don't share what most buyers want. And there's a lot of reasons for this. But I mean, if you really break it down, you talk about, if you know, in the book, we talk a lot about the big five, and those are the five subjects that every buyer researches, B2B, B2C, that we need in order to feel like, okay, I'm ready to make a decision on this. So we research things like cost slash budget slash price. We want to know the problems or the negatives, what could go wrong. We want to know, how does this thing compare to this other thing? We want to know what's everybody saying about this thing, reviews, and we want to know what the best is, best, top, most, etc. Right? So, you take the example of Amazon. Indeed, you mentioned that perfect example. If you go to any product page that they have right now, they have all five of those things. They didn't start with that, but they have all five of those big five things today. They talk a lot about them, they lean into them, and they are willing to give you, the buyer, exactly what you want, even though so many of the companies out there, and certainly just about every manufacturer of the products that Amazon sells, they don't talk about the things that Amazon is willing to talk about on these product pages. Now, could this be applied to the B2B space? Certainly better than they do, right? Certainly better than they do. And there's a lot of hedging that happens within that space. I do think the sales process feels very different sometimes with B2B than it does with B2C. I think the end goal is the same and the principles are the same. It's driven by trust. That's not going to change. But I do want to stress here that most companies are not actually buyer obsessed when it comes to the way they communicate with the marketplace.